Hey everybody, welcome back to the Unreal Engine live stream. I'm your host, Alexander Pascal, and joining me today is Grayson Edge, and not currently on the screen, later on will be joining us is Jess Hyder. So that'll be fun and all that. But first, the news. Shelly, take it away. All right. So over here, we've got the Epic Games Awards, $80,000 in Unreal Dev grants, $80,000, which is a lot of money, in case you didn't know. It's a pretty solid chunk to be giving away to just a few people here. So Disc Jam by High Horse Entertainment, we had them on during the E3 segment, so you got to actually check out our interview with them, see Disc Jam in all of its fantastic particle effecty glory. Nick Fisterer, who might actually be in chat, I'm not sure, also got one for his great work in the community. He made Unreal Slackers. He's really been killing it out there. Here's a dev grant for you, buddy. Feel free to have fun with that. But I'm just gonna suggest maybe you wanna go out there and pay for the Slack channel to have some extra upgraded features. It's my suggestion. Mitch McCaffrey, Sculpt VR by Nathan Rowe, Kinetic by Hero Machine. Tower Unite by Pixeltail Games. These are all just absolutely fantastic projects, and we're super stoked to be giving them awards for just being excellent. If you have an awesome project, come on down to the Unreal Engine website and submit yourself to the Dev Grants program, and we will evaluate you and all that noise. So, again, excellent work to everybody. Thank you for participating. Boop. Next up is the Big Awful Jam, which is going to take place from July 1st to August 1st. It is a month-long jam, and Epic will be sponsoring one of the categories of our choice. As you can see, it's pretty cool,
It's
laid
very
back.
serene.
You can just come to their website and chill out for a minute. It's not bad. Just gonna let that sink in. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can find more details on their website about all of the requirements, all the stuff that you need to know about rules, etc., etc. They have a wall of shame, how they judge stuff, and of course their categories. They have mini categories you can win, and sponsored categories. Epic Games presents Best UE4 Game. So you can win an Epic Games prize pack out of that, which is T-shirt and all the other special stickers and fun things like that. And that's for if you submit your UE4 game to this, and it's super awesome. So if you're planning on doing some other game jams and you want to do a month-long game jam, which is pretty intense, this is the one to do. Big Awful Jam 2016. Cool. Our final bit of news today is the 4.12.4 hotfix. That's right, we are up to the fourth hotfix, and this is the final one as far as I know. So this is the fourth and final super awesome hotfix. Lots of good fixes in here. As you can see, they take up my whole screen. A lot of stuff to look over. Many crashes are fixed. Many things are now a lot tighter and sleeker. So thank you so much for all of your bug reports. If you are experiencing any kind of bugs, come over to answers.unrealengine.com and make a bug report. Let us know. That way we can resolve it and fix it and do all the good stuff that you need done. Sweet. All right. Oh, see? Nice. Thanks, Shelly. Got us back over here. But I'm going to have to make you jump back because it's time for Community Spotlight. So our top 3 karma earners of... Oh, wait. Got ahead of myself. Answer Hub Karma earners. Every week we like to highlight the top 3 karma earners and everybody else who made it onto the top list. These are all the people that come over to the Answer Hub, say, you have a question, you're not sure how to do something, someone comes in and answers you, check off the answer, give them an upvote, it gives them karma. These points accumulate over a week, and then we have this, the weekly karma earner. And so we like to give out badges to these awesome people. Our number 1 earner this week is .cam. So this is a pretty solid number here, 252. Next up is Christopher. That's an X. I'm pretty sure you pronounce it Christopher. And J-Ice. .cam is already in chat and super excited for his badge. So yes, you'll be getting your badges tomorrow when I sit there and flip all the switches and whatnot. But yes, thank you all, and thank everyone else for participating. It's always awesome to see you out there helping each other make games. So, boom. Okay. So the actual Community Spotlight items are coming up now. First thing is up is by Dark Rift Games is Embers of War. This was brought to me by MC Striker, who's been working on this team. Dark Rift has been working on Embers of War. We have a tiny little clip to play while I talk, but basically it's a kind of tower defense game with RPG elements, and these kind of team-based combat elements that you've been seeing are pretty popular and fun. But I love tower defense games, so I thought this was pretty exciting to see too. It's the idea that you're going to go out there with your hero character, but then also you can take over towers and build up your towers, and waves of mobs come in. So check out Embers of War. It's coming soon, and it features great people that are from Blizzard, EA, NCSoft, and 2K Games. So it's got like that all-star cast that's just like waiting for you to come out and play it and enjoy this exciting stuff. But it's not quite out yet, so keep an eye out for it as it's developing. Boom. Next up, Mind the Traps. So for those of you who participate in our game jams, which, as you know, this segment will be ending with the announcement of the winners of the June game jams, so therefore I'm sure most of you have participated or at least watched. But you might know about the Epic Mega Jam, which is our last October we had our kind of year wrap-up super jam and all that, with a lot of big prizes, but we had a ton of really good games come out of it. And one of the games that we got was Mind the Traps. Mind the Traps just recently went full production and all that, and they're going to start selling on Steam and all that. I don't have a link to that yet, but they're going to be selling themselves off. They're going to be selling their game. Thanks, Shelly. Yes, they're going to be selling their game off soon, and it's really cool stylized game. Some really nice screenshots of it on their website. Please check it out. It's got a good sense of humor to it. It's so fun and stylized and goofy. There's the exit. There we go. But yeah, again, super great game. Super awesome to see games that went from game jam to full production. If you're making a game or are working on a game from a game jam and going full production with it, let me know. I always like to highlight the cool games that are going to be coming out that are being made in the community. Maybe you're not, ready to throw a whole lot of money into budgeting a marketing whole section of whatever, but you want to get your game's name out there. Send it over to me. You can get me on the forums. You can get me on Twitter. Hit me up however you can. Just send it over, because I love getting stuff like this and getting to talk about UE4 games that are going to get big. They're so awesome. So check out Mind the Traps. Okay, for our third and final community spotlight, Saxon Raw sent over this to me, and you might notice that this is from the 12th, so this isn't from this week. I'm actually going through a backlog of stuff, so I'm really excited to say that I have a lot of things still to show off in the future. But if you have anything else that you want me to show off, just keep throwing it my way too. Anyway, Saxon Raw, he's been working on a neural network plugin. It's C++ right now. It's not available quite yet, or he hasn't released it yet, but he wanted to show off exactly what he's been up to. I don't have a full video for you. Oh, sorry, Shelly. But you can see here he's been working using a racetrack to develop this, and basically it takes all the different race cars, gives them all kind of gives some of them genetic neural networks, C++ neural networks, and some of them just have kind of a checkpoint-based AI. They all kind of work their way around the track, find better routes, etc. But as this develops, and he's keeping some updates here and here, as this all develops, you'll be seeing more and more content from it, and I'm pretty excited to see a neural network getting worked on. I love AI, as you all know. We do the AI series, and I have the one with me and Ian come on, so this is really cool. I love to see brand new stuff, especially when you're going to make a new plugin, something that people can use. So thanks, Saxon. I'm sure we'll be seeing some cool stuff out of that in the future. Boom. All right. Whew. That was some really interesting content, and we had a lot of fun with it. But I think now it's time to talk about Mr. Grayson Edge here and what you do here. So Grayson, what you doing here? And what is it you do here at Epic too? Because we've had you on the stream a couple times, but I feel like we haven't had a chance to really get to know you as a person.
Cool. Yeah, I've been here at Epic for I think 12 years now. So I'm an old man. You can see I'm starting to get some gray hair here. And
it's under the hat there.
Yeah, it's under the hat. So I've done level design. Started off with Gears of War and some Unreal Tournament stuff long time ago. Did a lot of level design for Gears of War. Started working on cinematics for Gears and Bulletstorm and Infinity Blade. And so now I'm pretty much full-time cinematics, and hopefully helping people learn how to use the sequencer tool, which has been pretty cool. So today, I think some of you all have seen the previous streams we've done about how sequencer works, the basics of it.
Yep.
And then what I'd like to do is just show you some new features that we're excited about here for 4.13, and stuff that we're using pretty regularly. And there's one thing in particular that I think a lot of licensees and the community and everybody else has been asking for, and we've definitely been asking for it for years and years and years, and I think we finally got it. So that's something kind of exciting to show. And I think any of you that use the matinee will quickly see where this is going when I show you this new feature.
All right, let's take a quick look over and see what this new feature is.
Well, I'm going to build it up a little bit, so I'll show it in a few minutes here.
Okay,
if that's okay.
So I gotta, because I know what it is. I need to like hone it in because I'm ready for this.
You ready for the new feature?
I am.
All right. So one of the things we're going to do is first thing I'm going to show you is one of our new, and it is okay if I shoot the new feature a little bit towards the middle, right?
Okay,
is that cool?
Good.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
It's all good.
So one of the things I'm going to show you right now is our ability to burn out information from Sequencer, and I'm just going to show you some of the new rendering output options we have that become very useful basically when you're getting deeper and deeper into cinematics and that type of thing. So as you know, right now we have our video outputs here, output formats. We've got video sequence, image sequence, different types of image sequences, and then we also have this new thing called a custom render passes, and that allows us to do burnouts using different types of materials for comping. And one of the key things here, this is pretty neat, and we definitely use this for basically to mark frames when we're making movies, to show the frame ranges, the time. If we want to include stuff on artist information, we can do that. But here it is up here. It says burn-in options, so you can enable this. And then basically it's a type of blueprint class. I'm not going to get too much in depth about it, but suffice it to say, what it does is it allows you to burn in information on frames, which is really cool. So you can enter this information on the top left center, the top center, or the top center right, basically any place you want on the image, the movie image. And then you can also, down here, if you take a look at this, this is a watermark, so you can watermark your video or media that you put out of here. You can give the watermark a tint, and you can also select different fonts. And I believe all of this is customizable in the blueprint that from UMG, basically. So
oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
so you could just let it know, like, this is the watermark I wanted, that video versus that video versus
exactly.
this one.
So let me show you something here. This is just from the...
and that's going to be so useful if you're a person who writes tutorials and you don't like it when people, take your tutorial and don't credit you, or any kind of video, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's great.
When you're rendering out of here, it's great. So you can see if in this video here that you've got basically your time down here in frames, and then you have your individual sequence frames, and then you have the shot number here. Here's the date, and we do something called dailies, where we show off, like if we're working on a cinematic, we'll show off what we're working on, and in front of a group of people, and we can put in the artist name, and then that way, when we're all looking up on the screen and we see these dailies, we can say, oh yeah, on frame 300. We need to adjust effects or something along those lines, and then we also know the producers can say, oh yeah, it's whoever's shot. So if it's Grayson's shot, they can look at that and give us some. It's easier to track and document. So that's been very useful for us. Close that down.
There are producers out there who are thanking you, I'm sure.
yeah, definitely, right. And then we have these, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but you've got these different types of rendering passes. And the really neat thing about there's a long list of stuff in here, and as far as I know, I believe we will be adding to this over time. This is great if you're doing compositing and you're getting a little more technical with your output information. So let's just say you wanted to do some kind of a custom render pass here. You can also add these. Do multiple passes at the same time, and you can see that they're adding these base color, custom depth, and so you could add an entire list, and when at runtime or when it renders out, it'll render out these frames so that you can then take those frames and put them into programs like Nuke or that type of thing if you wanted to. We have capture frames in HDR, which allows us to do a lot more with exporting there, and the EXR formats. So this is, if you're into technical filmmaking, this is probably something you'd be very interested in. And it also allows us to do things like green screening as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you're doing green screening in here too.
Well, there's ways. Yeah, we can use this to pull characters and pull depth out of the frame, so we can start doing compositing with that, which is pretty useful.
Yeah,
So,
I would think so. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. That's pretty
On
cool.
the same subject here, we have a question in from chat. Can the burn-in data be entered in the EXIF data when exporting as frame sequences?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so, and that's something we should definitely double check with Max Chen about
All right.
to see. He would probably be definitive about that and very easily be able to
Okay.
answer that question. Or at least one of our programmers here. I don't know about Max, but one of our guys here should be able to answer that definitively.
All right, cool.
Cool. All right, so I think the next thing, and this is the exciting thing, this is one of the things I'm really excited about, is, drum roll please, the FBX importing and exporting.
Yes.
And yes, it's pretty awesome. So from Maya, or let's use Maya as an example, the FBX importing and exporting is vastly improved from Matinee and from even previous versions of Squencer. And now we have a very simple button here. I've got Maya in the background.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and just pull this up real quickly. Let me go back to this. I apologize here. Go back to the scene and show you kind of what we're going to do here with Maya. So in the past, if we wanted to get a camera out, it was a big nightmare. You had to, well, not a huge nightmare, but it could be problematic.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to export a camera or import a camera from Maya. And the setup for that was, there were multiple steps you had to go through. And so now what we've done, and just to kind of cut to the chase here, we've baked it down to a simple import button. And it's accurate now, and you don't have to go through a lot of steps to get your cameras in. And this obviously dramatically increases or improves workflows. And so in this subway sequence here, we've got a shot there where you see this guy coming through a doorway. And a really common thing for us to do is say, we like this shot, but we want to try something a little bit different. So we can either do it, if the artist who's doing the camera work is familiar with Squencer, they can do it right in Squencer, which is kind of the way I work because I've worked with Unreal for so long. I'm very comfortable using the Unreal tools. But if you're not and you're new to Unreal or you're new to Squencer, it's very easy now to do that all in Maya and then just bring it in. And then move things back and forth. So let's take this shot and magically export it right into Maya. And I'm just going to show you, all I want to do is basically show you how we can bring in a camera, an alternate camera. So this is the shot right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see. And what we'll do is we'll go up here into this panel up here, and basically we're going to change the camera out, so that now we see a different camera. So it's a slightly different camera. So instead of pushing in, it's coming out. And then I just want to bring this camera. Let me select this camera. I'd like to export this camera into over to Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not great at talking and doing at the same time. I apologize there. All right. So
Sorry, if I could read your mind, I'd help you out here and
That's all
do the
good.
narration.
all right. So give me a second here while I get through here.
Magic is happening. Magic is
yes,
happening.
Magic is definitely happening. All right. So we'll do it here. So we'll call this shot 23, shot cam FPX 23,
Mhm.
and just export that selection. And then in here, when we pull this up again, I'm going to create a new take. And I've done a couple tutorials on takes before, and to see how those work. And you can refer to some of our previous videos on the take system. It's really a powerful tool. But let's do a new take here of this shot. And then we'll go in and go into the scene. And then we're going to simply import the FBX. And if I did things correctly, which sometimes I don't, it should import the camera directly in there. So let's take a look at it. What is it? Camera 23, open. And then that data came right in. So let me hit play here. So that's the camera that we just were looking at in Maya. It is that simple now. And that, for some people, is probably pretty exciting. I'm excited about it. I think it's cool because we've gone through a lot of pain in the past. And I think this is a long thing we waited for a long time here.
Yeah, I remember being, let me see, I think back in the beta of it, and people were asking like, hey, can I get like a direct importer and all that, and we've got it now.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's really sleek, and the editing is like super good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we waited instead of just getting something out there,
Yeah.
and we got something that's proper with a lot of good tool sets around it too.
My understanding is that we will also continue to improve this. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's what I've heard, is that there will be improvements to the Maya, continuing to improve that pipeline.
Yeah.
And I think it really it comes from everybody wants to come in, and most people want to go move in and out of these programs into Unreal.
From 3D modeling right
Yep,
into Engine,
exactly.
it should be seamless for developers, really. Makes sense.
So let's go back to, I'm just going to roll back to a previous take, and that's something I wanted to show you as well, that we, for dailies or for when we're trying to proof out these shots, it's very easy to try different versions of the shots and go back and forth with the take system here. Let's see, what else can I show you? Let's take a look at EDL, which means edit decision list, and this is another thing that's used commonly in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pull up Premiere here. Let me just go ahead and get that going really quickly here. And so that is used here. Okay, let me put it this way. This is how we would use this. So we make a cinematic, and we've got a editor who's either across the country or in a different part of the building. We want to render out our cinematic and give all that footage to our editor, and it will allow, basically have them edit the footage together, and then give us that information back, and that edit to be represented in Squencer. And so that's a very film and TV technology, I guess you could say, in terms of being how you can use that.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're able to do now is export a scene from Squencer, get all the frames and all the information that's in that scene, put it over to Premiere or Avid or any of those programs, and then you can get a person offsite, or you can do it yourself. Basically, edit it and then re-import it back in. And so let me show you how that works through here. I'm basically just setting this up right now, so it's going to take a few seconds just to get that in here. So I'm going to import the EDL. Oh, let me also say that what we did here to get this to work is in the render output. There's some pretty simple stuff you can do. I probably should show you that. I'll maybe show it to them after how we do, like how we export that stuff. If that's
Mm-hmm.
all right. But suffice it to say that now you've got the shots here that you can bring into Premiere, and it renders it out. And then these are all the shots baked into different videos. And then down here you've got the EDL master, and that's basically the information of where these shots are cut up. So let me go ahead and import this into Premiere. And this is just basic setup stuff. At least call it whatever. Okay. And then now all the information has been imported, and now I need to basically associate the files that we brought from Squencer with the video clips that we have. So let me locate that data. I go up here to Subway Squencer, and these are where all the video files are. Hit OK. And if you look at this now, all these, this is basically the master sequence. This is now all in Premiere, and it has all the same cut in and out points. So all the different shots came right over to Premiere, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, because now you can just edit right in here.
And just so you know, like how I would work in the past is I'd have a big long scene, I'd render it out, and then usually I'd have to go in, import it all into Premiere, make sure each little cut was perfectly timed out and snipped out, and make sure that all the frames were lined up, or take pieces of data and push it together. And so this makes that process so much faster because now you can just go in, load it up, and you've got all your shots there.
It's already chunked up for you,
Exactly.
scene for scene.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So let me make an edit. What we'll do here is we'll make an edit to the EDL, and then we'll re-import it back into Unreal. So let's just say we want to take 2 shots here and truncate them a little bit, make them shorter. So that's 1 shot. Basically, we're just taking the 2nd and 4th shot. And so let me snip that, and we'll get rid of that part of it. And then we'll drag everything over again. Okay, hold on just a second here. Cool. Okay, so what we've got here is a shortened version of this. And when we go back and look at this, I'd like you to pay attention to the length of these 2 shots in particular. And again, if I do it correctly, then everything should work just fine, and we should see the shots shorten in Squencer. So let's go back to well, actually, let me export this thing too.
Yep.
That might help.
You know, those changes you made, you want those.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go up here. Actually, let me do this. Do File, Export, EDL. And then that'll be it right there. That's basically the export tool that says export all this data. Okay, and then I've got to find a place to put it. And hopefully I'm not putting anybody to sleep when I'm doing this stuff. All right. Okay. Let's do it that way. All right.
Awesome.
And then
I love when we get to show the whole process. It's importing, exporting, exactly as we would do it.
Yes.
There's no, the magic of AAA is that we just show you the polished thing. Behind the scenes, it's all the same, importing, exporting, moving stuff around, you know, eye-bleedingly long crunch hours and all that.
All right. So what I did here was I took basically you right-click on the shot track at the top, and here I'll just go ahead and do it again. So you right-click, you go import EDL, and then you go to your new EDL file, right? Your edited version, and then you should be able to just do that. And if you notice, these 2 shots here were shortened by the number of frames that we cut in Premiere. So that's how you get back and forth. Let me show you really quickly how you export this stuff to get those files out. And that's the thing I didn't quite show you, but let me show you right now. So if you go into your rendering over here, you want to do video sequence, and you can set your settings up in this. And then when it goes to export shots, what you want to make sure you do is, if you can see the little brackets there, so this is just file name format that whatever you want to call it. It could be ABC. In this case, it's MFG. But what you want to do is put in shot right here. This is really important. And then above it is where you render it out to. But that tells the renderer to, hey, grab these shots, these video files, treat them as unique videos, and then render those out. And that will allow it to prep it for the EDL. The other key thing that you need to do is down here in Sequence, just select Right Edit Decision List, the EDL, and that's it. And that pretty much does it. So when you hit render on this, it'll kick out that folder structure that we looked at earlier, all these files, and the EDL.
And when you put in the shot, that's just how it knows these are all part of a sequence, because it'll put them out by their shot name.
Right.
Okay, cool. That's just the syntax of it. Gotcha.
Yeah. And we also have the ability, which is really cool now, to, if you're familiar with RV and you're from the movie industry or TV industry, or just use it anyway, we've got the ability to basically pull all this into RV just the same way we just saw there in Premiere. And I won't go through all that right now with you, but it's very simple. You just literally hit import, and it brings that shot information in, and so you can view it in RV. So that is the bulk of what I wanted to show for today, for 413.
Yeah, it's crazy impressive, because this was it was hinted at in previous streams. We kind of mentioned like being able to bring it into an outside program for more editing, and now it's happening, or it happened.
Yeah.
And this is in Master Branch, but it will be in 413.
413.
Yeah, but this is somewhere you can already get your hands on. Cool. But yeah, let's take a look here. The chat's been very interested in this. We've got a lot of really good questions on it, and on Sequencer in general. Some of these we've been getting are more about features and where things will be going feature-wise, which is probably better for Max Chen.
Yes.
But as far as just general usability questions, we'll be able to take those.
Okay.
So let's see here. 360 videos, can't do those in Sequencer as of right now. I think that was one of the questions that came up a few times was, can we do 360 videos out of this?
Yes, I think we can.
What?
I've seen. Well, don't. This
Whoa.
is. I think it would probably be possible. If I could be wrong about this, I could be very wrong. So just take this with a grain of salt. But I think I've seen some of that around here.
Okay, well, consider that a maybe then.
I think we need to, like, in terms of getting that question answered very directly, though. I think we'd have to do a little more R&D in terms of what is permissible there.
Yeah, we'll do a little looking around. Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, Shelly's over here. Like, yeah, you gotta make sure we ask the right people. All right. I think also Shelly's more afraid that we're going to start trying to do the streams in 360 video. Every now and then I threaten her with it, like, hey, how about 360 video for the streams? And then she
we have
gives
this
me
big black zone back there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, where Shelly's like, don't show me while I'm working. And I'm sure that, yeah, you would really appreciate that, wouldn't you, Shelly? I'm trying to get on her bad side today, apparently. Let's see here. So, does this work with Maya LT, or do you have to have the full Maya license?
I don't know the answer to that. But I would think that should be, if you can import and export.
Yeah,
FBX,
if the import and export settings are all there, I think that that's all the same then. Yeah, personally, I don't know what all is the difference between the full versus LT versions.
I don't either.
But as long as you have those import and export options, things should be good. Good to go. So that should be fine. Is the importing and exporting right now Maya exclusive, or will this work for 3ds Max and Blender or other?
I'm unclear about that too. I think that's another question for our code team.
Okay, that would be for them.
We've been using primarily through Maya, so.
Okay.
But I would think that we would be able to do that with other programs as well.
Yeah, because normally we go for the generic solution. So I'll have to double check for a definitive answer on that one, but I want to say that I don't know what would be stopping it from working. So. And we've just used laptop. We just used Maya primarily and did it on the laptop here, just for an example. What kind of laptop is that? Speaking of,
it is a very powerful, heavy laptop. That is.
It looks like a brick. Yeah.
I think so yeah, I had to carry it around recently, and it was really, really heavy. So I had that and another laptop, and got my workout in for the day. Technically, I'm not sure what a beast that thing is, but we do a lot of demos with it, and specs on that. I guess we could always try to round up if we wanted to.
All right. Yeah, it's.
I'm a source of non-information today. I apologize. It's terrible.
It's pretty sizable laptop. I think someone in chat said it might be an Alienware, but I'm not sure about that. It's pretty large, and yeah, like you said, it seems heavy. So, yeah, we'll have to double check all the specs on it or something. But if it's running Maya and the engine and all that so performantly, I have to assume pretty powerful, right? Cool. Do you have any personal recommendations for alternative software from Premiere if you wanted to do this kind of editing?
I honestly use Premiere. I think that's the thing I primarily use. I'm a big believer, and you definitely try all the tools, figure out what you like. If your workflow requires you to use multiple tools, that's great. If not, I think it's always a great idea to get really experienced with one tool, that you're able to do all kinds of stuff with that tool and go pretty deeply into it. And I think it's, or at least that's usually how I do stuff. But there are times where you need to use a lot of different tools to achieve what you need to achieve, and that's fine too. But things besides Premiere, Final Cut's been pretty good. And then if you know how to use Avid, that's always another avenue.
What's it called?
Avid.
ABID?
Mm-hmm. It's probably
that one's new to me. Sorry.
It's one of the original. Those guys pretty much ruled the industry for a long time with NLEs, and they sold the software and the hardware, I think. But that's been a movie standard for a long time. So if you don't know about it, go check it out. Wikipedia or Google them, or find some information, because it's pretty interesting to read about their history and what they do.
Okay, so that and Final Cut. Cool.
What was that? Is that
What?
There's a big bunch of black space, and it's the
Oh,
sun.
oh,
a
okay.
big? Okay.
Shelly decided to fill in the dead space there, give it a little bit of happiness. It's a little too dark.
It's for
All right. Uh, are the clips entirely retained, or are the cut points destroying the data?
Are the clips entirely retained, or are the cut points destroying the data? Right now, I believe the cut points are. I think all that data is preserved because it's in the original video file, and so when you modify the EDL, I believe it will give that data back. Our long-term plan, and this is a bit off the question, but it also pretty much answers the question. Our long-term plan is to be able to have a pre-roll that we can use that won't show up in here, but when you modify things, you'll have pre-roll, so it'll behave exactly like a video clip will, and that's coming down the pipe as well. And right now, I believe it still preserves the data though.
Okay. Okay, that's really good to know then. And then there's quite a few questions in here that kind of wrap up into one that I'm just gonna kind of make the assumption of what the question is would you be willing to come to a future training stream to do more awesome this?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're getting a lot of questions of can you show me how to X? And I feel like, yeah, it'd be really good to have you on a training stream. We can kind of gather these up.
I like-
if you go to the forum post, yeah, load up the questions for like how do I's, and then yeah, we can just give them to you, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to Ian, who's running the training streams, and
Yeah,
see what we can
that
do.
would be great. I would love to do that. I think it's a lot
Cool.
of fun to help people and learn the tools. And I'll say one thing: it's like sometimes in my career I haven't been, deep into technical knowledge. I'm a big believer in if you understand some of the basics, you can achieve some pretty amazing things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like anyway. Yes. So yes, I'd be more than happy to help with the training stuff.
That's great. Cool. So I think that about wraps it up for the questions as far as what we can answer here. Thank you so much for coming on with us today, Grayson. We're going to show everybody a short clip, and we're going to do a little bit of a transition-y bit, and then when we come back, Jess will be on, and we'll be talking Game Jam. So yeah, awesome. See you all in a second, and thank you again, Grayson. Oh yeah, and we're back. Super awesome. So hey everybody, and welcome back. We're going to be talking Game Jam now. Joining me now, Jess Hyder, Community Manager. My arm goes behind her when I try to point at her title, but Community Manager of Europe and whatnot. So it's good to have you here, Jess.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for getting me back on.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, let's start off by talking about how super much fun we had playing all these games.
We had a lot of fun. We did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think in total we had, what was it, 58 submissions, but a few of them had problems. But we did end up with a ton of submissions. We played through every single thing on there, and I think we got some of the weirdest ones I've seen in a while. Since we did some of the more odd themes back in the day. But Fire in the Hole, I should say the name of the theme, right? Get everybody up to speed who isn't already. So Fire in the Hole was our June theme. It was just kind of like a fun, it's summertime for the northern hemisphere, as I found out, because chances like, it's not going to be that for Australia. And so, yeah, found out some neat things there. But yeah, so we're like, yeah, it would be good. Do something heat related and explosive and fun. We like explosions here. It's pretty normal for us. So yeah, but before we get to the winners and playing all the winners, we always have our honorable mentions, the games that we really enjoyed playing or really struck us and got our attention. Jess, you wanna kick it off?
Yes. So our first
Right.
honorable mention goes to Gold Rush by JK Games.
Mhm.
That one, I got to play it first, and I have to admit, I utterly loved it. I went back about 2 or 3 times. You can see me on the leaderboard. I'm right at the bottom because I was really, really, really bad at it. But I had a lot of fun. You also get bonus points because you brought Chance and Alex. You had like Alex Pass and Chance Cliff or something in it. I only very briefly got to see that as I flew past on my minecart as I'm smashing pieces of gold with dynamite. So
Oh
I
yeah.
passed it to you, and did you beat my high score in the end? I think you did.
I ended up on the list because this is a game that, yeah, at the end of it injects your score into an online high score list, which is really a neat feature too. So I got on there somewhere, but I feel like I put in my name as just like a bunch of characters and hit enter, so it probably won't show up proper. But yeah, it was really cool. I like how you build up combos by blowing up lots of blowing up things in a row and the paths. Of course, I'm an egomaniac, so it had my name on it, and therefore, you
You
know,
had to go that way.
yeah, absolutely. And maybe if you had a Jess path also, she would have given you extra bonus points or something, because that's just how we roll. No, don't try to
No,
pander to us. We're just kidding.
we're completely unbiased. I
Yes.
promise.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna throw out Fire in the Pit. I really had a lot of fun with that one. That was it was really interesting. Kind of like there's the tavern, it's on fire. You have to go rescue the kegs out of it, right? Yeah, and you have water to dump, and it's just very it's intense because as the fire builds around you, it kind of becomes overwhelming and intimidating. So I thought that was a neat one, and I think our art style is very cool too. I don't know, Jess, you got to play that one too, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I felt, oh, the moment where you get to like hack your way through a chair and just like disintegrates in front of you, and you're like, yes, I can carry my beer to safety. That was the moment.
That's always what I'm saying is like, yes, now I can carry my beer to safety, and then I get home and that's me with my beer, you know. Yeah, it was cool. And the destructible environments were a lot of fun, just knocking through stuff, and there was a lot of interactivity to it, which was very cool.
Yeah.
Um,
We have lots of honorable mentions this week because
yeah.
there was we had a bit of a heated argument almost over who was going to be our winners. There was a good 7 games that were just top notch. So we were just like,
Jess and I
what?
learned that we have differences in opinion as to what constitutes fun and strange and colorful and all that. Yeah, so it was very interesting to see which ones we thought were very good because yeah, there was a lot of good choices out of here.
And this
Um,
is one where I have to admit, Bumbles by Toggle Dawn, that's another one of my honourable mentions.
yep.
Amazing, amazing little game. Great fun. When Fire in the Hole happened and all the bombs rained down from like above,
Oh
at this
yeah.
point I was still learning like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is how I win. And then that just happened and I was like, okay, right, I love this game totally. This is so my kind of thing. So I passed that one on to you as well and we had a great time with that. It was,
Oh
that
yeah.
was a really good game.
Yeah, that was really great. I I have to mention there was one very well done game. I thought it was a great deal of fun, but and a lot of people kept bringing it up to me. But it's called Hungry Hungry POTUS, President of the United States. If you go on to the submission forum, you can't miss it. It has a great big picture of Hillary and Trump, and it's very political and all this. But a lot of people brought it to me because of how over the top and silly and wacky it is. But I actually played it, and I was playing it a lot, and I couldn't. I don't know why, but I couldn't get over like the pulling the people into the fire pit, and it's definitely got its commentary to it. But I think it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, everyone kind of enjoys it because it lampoons everyone pretty good. So I definitely thought that one was worth bringing up. There were a lot of amazing entries. Let me see here.
I would say
Um,
there was your other personal favorite, which was the ballerining
Oh,
demolition.
yeah, Mine Shaft. Mine Shaft was another amazing, honorable. Have to mention it because it was one of those like, this looks like a game, and then you play it, and then it's just what happened. Oh my gosh, this is so different. It was going through a mine shaft, a dark corridor. There are boxes all around you. Pressing the left button will create a kind of radius effect where it will destroy boxes around you. But when you do this, your guy's clothes start flying off and he poses like Sailor Moon and starts spinning in place and turns bright pink colors and uh, it's very unique. And I started laughing very hard when it happened to me because I was just holding down the mouse button and as you hold it, he spins faster and does more effects start happening. The explosion gets bigger, but I just about died. I put a note on it that just said, "Just play this immediately."
I did. I just blew my mind.
Yep, it was definitely it's very unique. I didn't expect that experience when playing. And speaking of experiences, we got 2 Vive games, which I got to play, both of which are very cool. Um, I had a, uh, I think in the past we've had like more Vive games, but it felt like the two that we got this time were very tightly put together, like very well thought out. I want to make sure that I got the names of them right. They're actually over here. But oh, I lost them. Oh,
No.
I know, I'm terrible. There it is. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, it was Flame Smash VR, which was just think like fireballs kind of fall at you and you have to smack them into rings, which ended up being kind of addicting when I was playing it. And the other one was Escape the Flame, which was an Escape the Room style game. And so if you're familiar with Escape the Room style games, it's just like there's lots of weird puzzles all around you, and you have to solve them in a certain order, like solve all the puzzles in order to unlock keys in order to finally get the key that gets you out of the room, kind of a thing. And what I found out was that the VR space that it was developed for was actually much larger than the VR space I had to play in. So I was reaching out of our VR space to do stuff, which worked. It ended up working okay. But at first, I didn't realize that that was what had happened. So I picked up like a mouse, and I think Jess edited the video together. So we have that video of everything rolling. But yeah, so we have a video. We'll have to get it up, but basically, you'll just see like me failing miserably with a mouse at first, and then later I have to figure it out. But yeah, yeah, I definitely thought it was interesting to see that we're getting more VR games over time. So if you're thinking about making Vive games, throw them my way. But yeah, I guess right now only developers have the Vives with hand controllers. Right now I don't have the ability to take Gear VR games because that requires my info for my phone, so I have to give that out. So right now it's just Vive. Just a heads up. Awesome. So yeah, those are all the honorable mentions that we've got on the list right now. Let's see here. So yeah, Jess, you wanna talk about our winning games? And
then you get to play them.
yes, I'm so sorry that you're not here to play them with me, because I know that I know that you wanted to play these. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one up, and oh boy, I'm gonna move this. Okay, moving stuff. Okay.
There's a menu where you can turn the volume down. It says menu.
Oh, you want me to turn down? How about that? That work for you? Oop. All right. Is that okay?
But it will make sure we can hear her.
Oh, okay. Can we hear Jess still?
Blair, can you still hear me?
All right. Yeah. Cool. So, yes, the first game is Fahrenheit. This. Yes, Jess, you were the original one to play this, but I don't think it's quite up your alley in style, so you brought it over to me to try. Oh, this is a platforming game, and
I'm getting better at jumping.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I already messed up by not paying attention and died. Yeah, so I immediately disproved my I can do this. Oh, okay, is it? Let me. I am so sorry. I will go bring that on down. Wait.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Hoop. Hup. Hit. Hup. Hup. Oh boy. Whoa.
Oh no.
There we go.
I can't see your screen. I have no idea how you're doing.
Huh?
Can you see this
Huh?
one?
Oh, that's right. Jess can't see my screen at all. She just doesn't know. Huh. 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 So this has a very Super Meat Boy kind of feel to it in a lot of ways, but it's actually got a lot of strategy in these little hops and jumps. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. But it's really sad. I had gotten a really good high score on this before, and now it's because of the pressure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's that camera. I'm on camera now. I gotta do it. Go for it.
Worse. It could be a puzzle game.
Oh yeah, it's always the worst when we're trying to do a puzzle game. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna look stupid as I attempt to solve this 100 ways. At least this way, it's more. Everyone could just see my Twitch gaming skills are not there. Spend all that time in VR. Now I'm losing my ability to keyboard. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yep, because Now, I think the number one thing about this one that drew me to it was that it was just very addicting. The gameplay is simple and fast, and just kept me coming back because I kept wanting to see how far I can get. Oh, and then yeah, as you get up here, you get into these kind of trickier spots. It really sucks when the fire gets on your tail. And the fire speed keeps increasing exponentially.
I was playing it in the office and I got quite into it. And I think at one point the fire caught up with me and I'm like, no. And everyone's looking at me like, anyway. And I'm like,
I didn't shirk a meeting to go play a Game Jam game, no. Eating. Oh no, I just saw the fire. No.
Come on, Alex.
Oh gosh. Oh,
I
no.
have to know things I really love
Okay,
about
I
the game was great. There's a lot, it's really addictive, but also like the timing you put into it. The fact that you had your own little icon for starting up the game, you had your own splash screen, you had your own menu system as well that you all put in. It's just those kind of little touches which are really nice to see. So.
Yeah, this little menu here kind of shows you exactly that. It's just like you jump around the menu and then you're done. And then I quit the game by jumping out of it. Jump. Yay. There we go. Yeah, definitely very addicting and a lot of fun. Alrighty. So that was our first winner, Fahrenheit. Very good game. Had a great deal of fun getting to judge that. There we go. And next up, I've got another fantastic game for us to play. Oh wait. Thank you for the drum roll, Jess.
Do I still need to keep going?
Oh, yep, let me see here. I don't see one for you here. Okay, well, I'm gonna go full screen. Okay, cool. Oh, we're good. We're all good. Okay, so I Lava You. It's a really fun game where you try to defend your village from lava that's flowing in from all sides. Let's see here. Boop. Now, Jess, you played this one first, and had to like show it to me pretty quick. So yeah, tell me your impression of it.
The voice acting, yes, you should. That was 10 seconds in the first voice acting. I'm like, I'm sold. This is great. Then custom animation sets and stuff. You've got the physics on the little blobs of lava as they roll down the hill towards you and burn everything in sight. And then when stuff burns, the destructible meshes just explode. It's yes, everything about it. It all tied together. It all fitted really nicely. There was lots of little attention to detail. You had flowers moving in the wind and things like that, which is just nice to see. It's nice to see those little extra bits. How are you doing? I can't see.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to defend up one of the walls, and it was totally not the wall that ended up being. Oop. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, yeah. They come from two different directions. So.
Yeah, they come in from a few different directions. So if I chose poorly, I'm gonna get run over by some lava, and yeah. So it's sort of like a tower defense game in some ways, but it's more of a blockading game. And then oh no, please no. Okay, there we go.
Come on, Alex.
They keep going for my buildings over here.
Little tip: when it goes red, it means you need more logs. You can't build anymore.
Oh no, oh yeah, so I'm out of logs. Yep, and I'm getting run over.
That
But
place is there.
yeah, it's the yeah, it's that like really over the top. Oh, there it goes. Destructible environment. There we go. Oh, yep, I'm losing all of my buildings. Great. Yep, losing pretty quick. But when I was doing a much better run of this, the voice acting there. What's funny is I keep thinking it's you, Jess, like yelling something, and then it's actually that guy.
Do I sound like her?
I don't know, I guess it's the high-pitched voice. That's it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I did much better in my earlier runs of this. But,
Check out those barricades.
yeah, it's, again, we also judge based on the amount of original content that goes into something, and this has a lot more, like, homemade content than a lot of the other entries, too. In fact, this one's all homemade, right? Like, I think almost all but, like, the music or something was made in no source material. Ooh,
Oh no, the whole lot's burning down.
but I am totally about to lose. Oh no! Oh, I didn't even realize that I'm down to one house. Yeah, well, it was nice while it lasted. Goodbye, house. And just, it's like my field of glowing orbs here, of death. And then, no, get back. Get back.
I just love when they like hit each other, how they like bump over each other and stuff. It's just
Yeah, the physics of it is kind of like what the fun is. And then, oh no, if I run into them, I catch fire.
oh yeah, you have to do it well if you catch fire.
Check out those barricades.
You don't want to do that. Not good.
I'm doing it. I'm keeping this one house alive. I am the champion of one house. Everyone in my village will live here.
Wait, didn't they all burn in the fire
Oh,
and die?
I died. There we go. So I died. But yep, that's the game. It's just very fun and yeah, a lot of great original content all put into it. Beard Envy, great job on that. Excellent work. Can I move? Oh, yes, I can. Boop. There we go. All right. So we have. Yeah, rip the champ. Yeah, sorry, I lasted as long as I could in that one, guys. But yeah, so I've got one last game to show off, and it's our final Game Jam winner, and then we'll go and we'll do the raffle for the Intel prizes. Again, everyone who wins the Game Jam is going to be receiving a swag pack from Epic and a Houdini license from our buddies over at Side Effects. Thank you very much, Ben Mears and all of you guys. But then, yeah, we have the raffle for the Intel prizes where we have 3 lucky winners. We'll be getting a combination of was a remote keyboard plus also a compute stick, which is a little computer in a flash drive looking device. Slap it into a monitor and it becomes a computer monitor setup, and you can use the keyboard. It's really fantastic and easy to use. So our last winner is... All right, you ready, Shelly? Oh. Drivers need updating. Oops. There we go. Fusio. So yeah, this is a very unique game. The gameplay in it's different from any game I've played before. Jess, why don't you tell me a little bit about your experience with it? I'm gonna... Oop, there you go.
Dies a lot to begin with, but it's just great. It's a lovely little puzzle game. It's really nicely contained, really well thought out. I love how it just kind of like progressed and slowly introduced you to new elements, and it was just a nice, complete experience, which was really nice to see.
Yeah, and when you when you were describing it initially, you said sort of like it has a snake-like element that you have to keep moving, and you can't turn around on your own tail because then you will set off your own explosive.
Yeah.
And that will kill you. So
yeah,
you're
like full of fuse, and you can't let your tail catch up to you because then you explode, and you can't let anything hit your fuse tail because then you explode. And you have to kind of go around the environment. What I really loved was like the little candles that you light are checkpoints, so that you can go. If you die, you go back to the last candle you lit. You go around, you explode little bits of dynamite to kind of progress your way and try and avoid things that will cut your fuse.
Yeah, it's the kind of interesting, like, there's the dynamite, but like you can't stop moving, so you have to like kind of try to time out the fuse movement from the dynamite. Oh darn, I got hit by a saw. And like these saw blades are really tricky because I can't stop moving, is like one of the tricks here. So I have to walk in circles, but when you walk in a circle, the fuse can catch up a little bit better, so you have to be careful not to do it too much.
I also love the little animation where it's like
His little crawl animation, the like the desperate, oh god, oh god, oh god. Yeah, and I found out the hard way, you can't just like go left, right, and then try to do a U-turn immediately. You'll just end up killing yourself off. Oh boy. Okay, I'm trying to dodge this saw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I never thought it would be something I'd say, but fuse management was a big part of this.
Yeah, because it's all about timing out your movement, because you have these saw blades here, and then oh boy, and like the longer you have to wait too, the more difficult it becomes, because I'm trying to wait. The saw blade is here, but the dynamite won't explode. There it goes. Whew. All
I
right.
also think it's very cute that that's your only light in the darkness as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you very early on, I got very, very far away from my the end of my fuse. I couldn't see anything, which is great because it adds another layer to that kind of puzzle element.
Boop. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I totally agree. It's like you're trying to do kind of what are standard things in a kind of exploration dungeon game, but one, dead ends are incredibly deadly because turning around is difficult.
Yeah.
And then the other one is yeah, because if you can't see, then yeah, you're gonna end up bumping into something and dying. And then yeah, the standard like here's some swinging objects. Well, you're used to being able to stop, time it out, and then move through that. And instead, yeah, you have to keep walking in a circle or walk to dodge things, and it becomes very very tricky. Combination of move, don't move, spin in a circle, like all that. But it's cool. It is a short game, and that's kind of what I like to see as a game that's concise and has all the elements right there for you, and then makes me want to play more levels like that and see you expand on it. So really good. Had a ton of fun with it. So if let's see here. Yeah, if anyone wants to pick up any of these games, they're all on the submission forum. They're free. They're all available for you. They're crazy fun. There's the video there.
Yes.
Thank you, Shelly. I'm so sorry about that.
Yes.
Jess is number one, super best, most awesome, and all that. But yeah, thank you all for participating in it, and everybody who participated also. You're in this raffle now, so I'm gonna start rolling the electric dice, I guess, and seeing who is going to get these awesome jam prizes, which the electric dice are actually on this screen and not that one. There we go. So first things first. Alrighty, so our first winner is... let's see, graham crackers. So that's Graham Little, I believe. But Graham, congratulations! You are our first winner of the Intel prizes. So congrats, buddy. Let me put your name on the thing. Cool. Your name is now on the list. Alrighty. And so our second winner is Runeberg. I don't know if that's your handle or your name, but Rune, you are our number 2 winner on here today. You will also be receiving a combination keyboard and compute stick. Congratulations. And our final winner is, let's see here, it's Nikki. That's a handle. Okay, so Nikki, Runeberg, and Graham Crackers, congratulations. Such a great name. Congratulations on winning those prizes. We'll be shipping those off to you guys. Thank you so much for participating and submitting these really excellent games to us. We had a lot of fun playing them. And that's about it for the jam this month. Jess, any final thoughts or words?
Keep making awesome stuff. We love playing it.
So,
Please keep it up.
okay, you're all right. It's all right,
Do
Shelly.
you think video go full screen? Is that what?
Oh, okay. Here, you wanna? No, we're all right. Sorry, Shelly's over here trying to get me to do things. Don't mind me. I'm just looking like a weirdo because people can't see the stuff going on over here. And oh, here we go. Yeah, that's an excellent idea, Shelly. There you go. So, yeah, we had a lot of great games. And I'm sorry, Jess, what were you saying about the jam?
People are awesome.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they keep you off. And this is.
All right. Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah, we got just a ton of ridiculously fun games. And actually, I saw one in the clip there. We had one this go around that you actually had to type in code. We've got a lot of just very over the top games. Over the top, yeah, I can words. I'm wordsing very well. Yeah, and yeah, so please check out all these great games that we're showing you in the clip now. But there's the POTUS game and all that.
You have to give commentary here. I can't see.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Jess is Skyping in because of technical reasons, and so she can't see everything that's happening on screen. Yeah, because technically she's in Europe.
Yeah, no.
Is that what Shelly said? Nice, Shelly. Nice. We're making fun of people because they're foreign now, huh? Wow, not cool. Not cool. Yeah, you can't see the expression on Jess's face. It's great. Oh man. Yeah. So thank you all again. These games look really fantastic. For our outro today, I'd like to say tune in for next Tuesday. We've got Ryan Brooks on. He's going to be talking about what he's been working on for VR space. I think he's also going on with some more VR people, but we're seeing who all is actually going to be able to make it. But Ryan Brooks is definitely going to be there. He's got a new toy to show off that's pretty exciting. So please definitely come by and check it all out. And let's see. And past that, I think that's what we've got for. Okay, so yeah, so that's what we've got today. We're gonna show you the rest of the clip here and all that. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. Thank you so much, Jess. And I know he's already long gone, but thank you so much, Grace and Edge, for showing us all of those fantastic new sequencer features. Everyone is excited about the sequencer premiere stuff. Jess, you're raising your hand.
I am raising my hand. One final thing you forgot.
What? What did I forget?
Develop.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, see, this is why we pay you the big bucks. Yes.
Yeah. It's right on there where you told me to put it. So yeah, if anyone who's on the chat right now or who's watching, if any of you guys are heading to Develop, we're going to be out there. I'm actually giving a talk. So if you want to learn more about all the resources we have on offer, how we can help you, how we can promote, support, market your game, and those kind of resources, how to get the best use out of them, looking for funding, more information on our Unreal Dev grants, how to apply, things like that. I'm giving a talk on the Thursday at 2 o'clock. So if you're at Develop, come see my talk, come say hi, we can hang out and chat. Got any questions, just hit me up, okay?
Awesome. Cool. So yeah. Yeah, everyone go to the Develop, give Jess a big hug. She loves that. You know. I remember at GDC when you ran up and hugged a random person that turned out you didn't know. It was very fun and all that. And yeah, it's great. She's a hugger. It's a hugger. It's great. But yeah, so that's the jam. Thank you guys so much. We had a great time, and we'll see you all next time. Cool. Later.